Welcome, welcome, beautiful tribe. Hello, hola, ciao, salut, konnichiwa. Hello, everyone from everywhere in the world. Welcome to this Power Hour. For the one that you don't know me, my name is Claudia. I'm just tuning in from Chile. I'm in South America, and I'm a SOMA Breath Master Transformational Coach since 2019. Actually, one of the oldest. That doesn't mean that I'm old. It's just the oldest in SOMA Breath. And today we have an amazing topic that I really love. But first, I want to ask you something about what you're going to be talking today. That is emotions, right? So do you know what emotion means? Do you know what is an emotion? Just chat, tell me in the chat if you know what do you think it is an emotion, and or what do you think it is an emotion? Yes, Esther, very good. Energy in motion. That's right. It is energy in motion. Energy in motion. Yes, that's correct. Very good students and very good high quality people here. So knowing that emotions are energy in motion, why do you think, what is the emotion that everyone likes to be, like one big emotion that everyone want to be in this world, and we're always pursuing that? Like if we are in that emotion, we think that we actually have everything, or we cannot pursue anything else. What social bombarding is always asking you to be? Yes, we need to be happy, we have to be happy. Happiness is supposed to be the most amazing emotion, right? And it's exhausting, right? It is exhausting to pursue that emotion all the time, because knowing that emotions are energy in motion, we cannot be happy all the time, right? It's common sense. We need to feel different things, and we need to be in different emotions. And let me know now, what is the emotion that you really get uncomfortable with? What is the emotion that you don't really like to feel, that you are always trying to not be there? Anger. Oh, that's interesting, Wendy. Anger is very necessary to feel. Sadness. Okay. Yeah. Right. Sadness, fear, anxiety, frustration. We feel so uncomfortable with that, with those emotions, because actually we don't have a space and permission to feel that. We need to feel happy. That's the thing, right? And that, I think, it is what it's given us this sensation of frustration all the time, because I don't feel happy all the time in my life. But we need to get in there. We need to go to the shadows. We need to feel that uncomfortable feelings to really understand where I want to be. And actually, anger is very important, let me tell you, especially in women. But we can talk about that in another moment. So today we have our amazing founder of SOMA Breath, Niraj Naik, that is going to give us his insight about these emotions and how breathwork actually can shift in seconds and really make you understand what kind of emotion you need to be feeling or want to feel, actually, to transform. Sometimes we need to feel anger. Sometimes we need to feel that, that um, tears of frustration and rage, because that is going to be moving me to another place in my life. So let's talk about it, right, Niraj? Hello. Now you can unmute, I think.
Hello, yes. Yes, thank you. Welcome to be here. And you're right. Emotions are life. It's how we experience life. It's our experience of life. And emotions is what makes us basically not feel bored, because life without an emotion is pretty boring. So there's a lot of people who crave any kind of feeling, whether it's good or bad, on any scale of emotion, simply to avoid feeling bored, right? So some people get themselves into trouble simply as a way to have some entertainment, right? So we're all seeking excitement in various forms, and we're all seeking an experience of some kind, right? And somebody says my volume's very low. Is it better now? Oops, wait. Is it better now?
It's good. We can hear you well.
Good. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're all seeking emotions. It's part of human nature. Now, what I want to talk to you about more is like how to like use emotions to make a better life for yourself, right? So first we got to like really define what does that mean. Like, is a life um, with just blissful, happy, positive emotions really what you want? Like, be totally honest with yourself. A lot of people actually, that's what they want. And so what they do is whenever any, and I've been there, I still do it sometimes, whenever there's like horror to suppress that pain artificially, right? And it can be from, you know, drug taking, um, and then others do it through like work, or I get obsessed with work. Others do it by like um, exercise and or making music and things like that, something more creative, as a way to to bypass that feeling. So from all of the the top psychotherapists, we know now that it's better not to ignore feelings, good or bad. It's better to actually feel those feelings and let the body process them than to avoid them, to bypass them. Yeah. And but also we need to understand, everyone needs to understand that with any growth, there's always pain. Like when you're a child and you're growing, and your bones are changing shape, you get growing pains. It's just life. It's just biology. So with anything that you pursue that requires you to grow, like growing a business, growing a family, growing even a garden, right, in your back garden, it all is going to encounter pain. Growing your muscles, right, going down the gym to grow your body, it all involves a little bit of pain. Okay, and unless you love that pain, right, more than doing nothing, you will not do it, that thing. So, in order to motivate yourself to do something, you've got to love the pain of growth, right? And that's, like when you go to a gym, like there's people I see ripping themselves apart. I personally don't do that. I feel like it's not good for the body to go that hard down the gym. But there's people who love it, and it's like masochistic in a way, like how much they torture themselves. But they know they're getting something out of it, and that's why they do it. It's irrational in a way, but people do it for a reason, right? There's all various reasons why people go to a gym and beat themselves to death in there. Quite a lot of it is because they can look good on Instagram, right? There's other benefits you get from the pain, right? So that puts things in perspective a little bit. And same thing with, like, let's say you want to find the perfect partner. Let's say you want to manifest the perfect relationship. Okay, let's bring it down to what we all want, which is to manifest what we really want, right? Um, you sometimes have to go through a few bad ones till you find the good one, right? Now, there's a lot of people who their first one was so bad, they never want to get in a relationship ever again, right? And that stops them from doing anything. It's some trauma may have happened, like, and that's understandable. There's some people out there, who've been in relationships that are like they're getting abused, they're getting beaten up at home, and and manipulated, or someone cheats on you that you put all your trust and faith into, and then you never want to feel that pain ever again. So that's understandable. I can understand that. I've been there. But obviously you're never going to grow if you give up on the first, you know, hurdle that you reach. So the way I've kind of transmuted pain, right, is and the pain of doing things, which are difficult, is to be really clear, what do I actually want in my life? And the core values, which are open to change, of what I aspire to be, right? As a human, what do I want to become? So that becomes like my North Star. That's my guiding light, is a big dream, right? And that dream can change. It doesn't have to be fixed. The dream I had when I was in my 20s is very different to what I have now. But I always have something shining in front of me that is guiding me, right? A shining star. And when you have that, then you have to believe that when you get to this point, you're going to have peace of mind. There's going to be a level of peace of mind. Okay? And what does that look like? See what you'd see, feel what you'd feel, hear what you'd hear, if you went for a life of peace of mind. Now, let's talk about that. What does that mean? So, we have a scale of love, LOVE, level of vibrational energy. Okay? This is what we teach in SOMA Breath. And on the highest scale of positive emotion, right, on that spectrum, you go from passion, joy, acceptance, peace, right? And that's when you're full of love. The ultimate state of love is when you're full of love, which is love with everything, love with yourself, and love with whatever happens. That's the ultimate state of peace. You're just in love with life, right? Like really, really in love with it. To the point where you're okay with anything that happens. You're okay with having something or not having something. You're okay with a disease coming your way, and you're okay with someone leaving you, right? You're okay with things not working out exactly as you expect. In fact, you don't really expect much to happen. It's a state where you don't even need to do much. You're in a state of bliss. So every one of you is a decision. You could have that right now if you want. You could all have that level of peace. But it's really difficult. It's really difficult. So here's why. So now we're going to talk about the Maslow hierarchy of needs, human needs. So the Maslow created this hierarchy of fundamental human needs. These are things that humans need to have in an order, there's an actual sequence, before they can achieve this state of peace that I'm talking about. Okay? Right? One is, first level, survival needs. So this is like food, being able to survive, have a roof over your head, shelter, warmth, the ability to procreate if you want to, right? All those basic survival needs. Then once you've got that met, you can start looking at the next level, which is so you need a level of certainty in your life, but you also need some variety. So once you've got some certainty, you can start to have some variety in your life, right? And a lot of people stay on these two levels. They have certainty, they go to their job, they do that day in, day out, pays for their bills, and their variety is watching Netflix. They get their bit of variety from Netflix and going on a vacation once a year, twice a year. Now, that actually, for some people, that's enough to give them peace. There's a lot of peaceful people out there who just live like that, and it's fine. Me, on the other hand, I had that. I was a pharmacist. I had money coming in. I had a job, safe, secure. I had certainty. I also had uncertainty because I would try all these different businesses and fail a lot. But I was miserable all the freaking time. I had all my variety, like I could go out partying whenever I wanted and so on. So I had a variety of drugs and alcohol to choose from and so on. But I did not have peace of mind at all. So I needed something else. So the next level above that is well, I had some significance. That's the next level, is significance. We need significance, and we need, we need to feel like important in society, like we're doing something special. Some people don't give a shit about that. Others get it from different levels of like perception. Like, so some people feel significant being their little boss of their department in a small company, right? Others feel like the boss when they're putting parking tickets on people's cars. That wouldn't give me peace of mind doing that. I hate those people, right? But they're doing their job. They're doing the best they can. And so if I, with my big ego, need to feel more significant. So even being the boss of a big, busy pharmacy, and running all these prescriptions, I felt not significant because I didn't feel I was doing anything important. I felt like I was in a business that was poisoning people. It was making people worse, not better. So there was a few levels of needs that I needed to be met to become more peaceful. And these are the next ones I'm going to talk about. So we need, once we've got certainty, uncertainty, significance, we need, and uncertainty is health is involved with that. You need health, right? I lost my health too. I was back to square one. So then we need to feel like we're growth, right? Love, I could say, maybe comes there. We need some love. We need to feel connection, right? We need to feel connected to others. We're social creatures. So let's say after significance there's connection. Then it's growth. We need to feel like we're growing, right? So in my environment in the pharmacy, I felt totally disconnected from everybody. Didn't feel like I belonged. I felt like an alien, right? And then I didn't feel like I was growing at all. Like I had a job that made me just over broke. So I'm literally just working to pay the bills, right? Sucked. So that's what job stands for, by the way, just over broke. It usually keeps people just enough to get by, right? So then the next level up from that, once you got growth and love, connection and certainty, uncertainty, is contribution. You need to feel like you're giving back some way, right? Okay, you need to feel like you're contributing. You need to feel like you're doing something worthwhile, mission-based, okay? So I certainly didn't feel that in the pharmacy. I had a spiritual void. And then once you've got these needs met, then you can start thinking about what's beyond this world. Like, who are we? Like, where do I come from? Like, more spiritual pursuits, right? So what religion understood this. Like many religions from many different types of religions try to solve this problem of human needs. They try to create systems of belief systems and ways of life that gave people a route, a fast track to meeting all these needs, right? So if you go and join some of these spiritual cults, you can quickly get some of these needs met, like certainty, because through that community you can find some enough money to come your way, connections or get a job even to give you some certainty. Uncertainty, a bit of variety. There's always different sources of things you can do. Then they would give you growth. They would give you a feeling of connection, bonding, and then the spiritual stuff too. So through these old ancient spiritual schools, aka organized religion, they try to solve the problem in this way, right? Until they became dogmatic and they started to enforce rules to keep people in the cults. So that would mean, like, you can't marry outside of it. You have to do this. You can't eat that. You can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. You have to believe in this. You can't change your beliefs. This is the way, the only way. And then things became more dogmatic, especially when those systems of order, right, became outdated. They didn't fit the time anymore. So certain belief systems stopped serving us, right? And the same thing goes for this day and age. We live in a world constructed by different models of how we should live, different belief systems, different models of reality, and different, like ideas of where we come from and territory and what's mine, what's yours, and so on and so forth. And what this has made, right, is a beautifully diverse world, right? But a very confused world and a very emotionally charged and polarized world, right? Like in certain places in the world, like America, for example, it's more divided than it's ever been because of these ideologies, these belief systems, right? They've been indoctrinated in us from an early age. So what we have to do, if we want to really feel peace of mind, which I think is the highest aspiration, right, for our life, is to really be able to figure out for yourselves, how did you end up how you are? You have to be able to reverse engineer how you became who you are, right? And whether that model of reality, that belief system that you believe and all the beliefs you have, all the thoughts you have about the world and reality is still serving you or not. Is it bringing you towards peace or away from peace, right? Into more confusion, more depression, more anger, more frustration. Now, if your model of reality, your belief system is outdated, it's not serving anymore, it's time to find a new one, right? And you need to go and find one that brings you towards peace, right? And whatever that means for you, not away from it. And this means you need to study a lot about how you get programmed from a young age, how you get indoctrinated, how you get a belief system in the first place, right? How you end up in a job that keeps you just over broke, that doesn't make you happy and stops you from fulfilling your human needs. So the exercise you need to do from today, and we'll talk about it now in the next half, we can all talk about it, is understand your own human needs and where you at right now with each one of them. Like, I'm going to actually pull up a little document. So you need to create a life satisfaction chart and a vibe score, okay? I'll tell you what that means in a minute. So a life satisfaction chart, okay, is, right, your way of monitoring yourself and your emotional states of being. So you want to have a list of key life areas, okay? And it's going to look like this. I'm going to do a little screen share. If you're a SOMA Breath instructor, you get all of this to use with your clients, okay? It's all coming in this new program that I've created called the Universal Journey, and we'll talk about that at the end of this call, but this is one of the first things you need to start doing is to really get feedback on your own life and state of being. So your key life areas: health, wealth, relationships, sex, meaning and purpose, career and purpose, personal growth, recreation and fun, environment, community and social life, emotional well-being, contribution and impact, family. That covers everything. That covers all of those 6 human needs I'm talking about, okay? You want to write down your satisfaction level and make notes on what are your areas of improvement, right? So this is a bit of homework you can all do. When you start to do this, and you start to get clear on stuff, you start to then do the things that you need to do to make a difference. I'll give you a little moment if you want to like screenshot it for yourselves. You can. All right. But get to know yourself on this level and your areas of improvement. Okay. There's that. And then we're going to make a vibe score moment. So that's that first table. The next step you need to do is a vibe score. So I'm going to open this up. All right, screenshot this. Right. You wake up feeling enthusiastic for life. Score 0 to 10, potential areas of improvement. I'll talk to you about the apps in a moment. I'm going to go through these apps in a minute. All right. You are enthusiastic to be kind and compassionate to others. Score 0 to 10. You have an optimistic view of the future. Score 0 to 10. So all of this is about emotions. It's actually all about your emotions. You believe the universe supports your ambitions. It's about your emotions, your belief systems. You are trusting of people you meet for the first time. All right? When you don't trust someone, how does it make you feel? It makes you feel a certain way, right? So trust is associated with feelings. Everything we do, human beings do, is a result of a feeling. It's either moving towards more of what we want, or away from what we don't want. That's it. The entire way of life of all human beings is based around this understanding, this principle that everything we do is a result of feeling, right? And we'll talk about that in a minute. So get to know how you feel. Like really get to know what do you feel every day. Okay. So, you feel comfortable with your friends, you feel comfortable with your family, you feel happy and content with your current relationship or relationship status. You never worry about the future. You never dwell on past mistakes or have any regrets. You are happy with your current level of fitness and health. Okay? So that's your vibe score. Okay? I want your scores to be 11s and 12s and 15s. All right? On 11 11s. Not just a scale of 0 to 10. Then you have an awesome, epic life. All right? So I'm just going to leave that up for a moment so you can screenshot it if you want. Okay. So just to put this there, SOMA Breath instructors, actually not the instructors, but the transformational coaches will get these tools plus protocols, coaching protocols, right, that trains them on a step-by-step system that I've developed that helps people to go from a 0 score to over a 10 score on those charts, on those satisfaction charts. That's what we do with SOMA Breath. The whole idea is to raise your vibe, to get you from low to high vibe, because low mood consistently over just 5 days of low mood, if you went to the doctor and said, I'm feeling low, they'll ask you, how many days have you been suffering from low mood? Oh, the last week. Oh, okay, then you need antidepressant. Because just 5 days of low mood is like classed as depression these days. And they'll give you something like citalopram or some kind of antidepressant, right? And then you're on the conveyor belt of medication. So who here has been suffering from low mood for the last 5 days? Anyone? Yeah. Yes, I don't blame you if you have. I've had it for I've had it for years. When in my 20s, there wasn't a week that didn't go by where I didn't feel low most of the day. Right? And the weekends I forgot about it. And then again back to work. Shitty life. Okay? And we measure success, right? You're successful, in my opinion, if you wake up with enthusiasm to work, right? Actually do something, not just sit about. whatever that work is. It can be, putting the garbage out, anything. And you wake up with enthusiasm to be kind and compassionate. The moment you stop saying you feel enthusiastic to do any of those things, that's when you need to check in with yourself, right? And that's when you've got to turn things around, because that's the onset of chronic stress. And the only one getting burnt at that point is yourself and the people around you, because you're going to be an arsehole to hang out with. It's just inevitable. So we use this as our way, as our symptom checker, right? As transformational coaches in SOMA Breath, to help our clients. So what you do first thing in the morning, right, it sets you up for the rest of the day, right? So your morning routine is super important. And in our instructor training, the very first thing we teach everybody is the energized breath meditation routine. And that routine, if you just did that every single day, it's impossible not to feel high, right? From the moment you get up and do this routine. And then after that, it lasts. You changes your state, okay? So morning routines are really important. Whether you do energized breath meditation or anything else, as long as you have a healthy morning routine, right? And this energized breath meditation is really cool. People love doing it, all right? Consists of ecstatic dance, movement, stretching. Then it goes into a breathwork routine that gets you feeling high, right? And then it lasts. And then we teach you various techniques that helps you at a somatic level to change your state, to feel elevated naturally, right? This is the baseline of changing how you feel. If you feel good, right, you're much more likely to do the things that lead you towards what you want rather than what you don't want. So a lot of people change their state in harmful ways that aren't sustainable. So, doing drugs, smoking too much. I don't have such a big issue with smoking, actually. I think it's exaggerated, the harms. I think it's just been taken out of spiritual context, because in the olden days, the native Indians smoked tobacco, and it was a medicine, and nicotine is medicinal and has many clinical benefits. People with colitis, ulcerative colitis, don't get colitis if they smoke. Alzheimer's, dementia is prevented by smoking. Tobacco, that is, nicotine. So nicotine is actually a nootropic. It's a vitamin for the brain in a way. We have nicotinic receptors in our body. But the problem is when you take it out of spiritual context, you mass produce it and you add chemicals to it and you make it addictive, then it stops being a medicine and it starts becoming a poison, right? Same thing with a lot of different things that are mass, but if you go to Colombia, there's coca leaf tea, right? It's actually a medicine. You turn it into cocaine and it becomes a poison, right? So there's many of these natural substances that would keep the vibe high because they would help with pain that we feel from just being alive, right? Or they give you more energy so you can work and more enthusiasm, right? They've been taken out of context and corrupted, right? So what I believe is that the more we can go back to these old spiritual practices, take the ones that work for us, right? Use them the right way, and then bring in what we teach in SOMA Breath, which is all ancient practices, just made more fun and cool. And that at least gives you the baseline for making yourself feel high from the start of the day. And then you can go on and have a better ability to make good decisions to get the results you want. It'll impact you in a positive way. So I think everybody needs a way of life. And this is the biggest solution from everything I've found to the problem of emotion, of dealing with emotion. We need that baseline, the foundation. We need to know ourselves, what do we really want to manifest, and what we need is a North Star. We need a dream that is so epic right? That it doesn't even matter if we get all the way there, but we get even 10% there would give us peace of mind, right? We need to dream big again. We need to be more creative. We need to be more we need to be more hopeful and optimistic about the world. When we're really optimistic about the world and all the opportunities and possibilities that we have available to us, no matter what age you are, there's so much opportunity now. It's insane. There's just the things you can do with AI is ridiculous, right? If we get optimistic and in love with life again, then we will turn our addictions for shit that doesn't serve us and become more, because like whether you like it or not, when you're an addictive personality, you cannot let go of addiction. You like I screw all the people who think that they can cure addiction with some fancy mind trick. It's bullshit. No, addictive personalities, all they do is they transfer their addiction from one thing to another. So my point is, if you got an addictive personality that's destroying you, become addicted, obsessed with something that's actually good for you instead, right? And become the master of that thing. And you just watch how much epicness you make. All the most successful people I know in the world are the most like crushing it, who are happy as well, and not just successful and unhappy. Fuck those people. I'm not into that. I'm talking about the really happy people who are successful at the same time, making an impact, who have ticked a lot of those boxes, right? They all have this thing where they, um, they have an aspiration. They have an aspiration. They have a mission. They have a purpose. But they're all addicted people. Like a lot of them are ex-addicts, alcoholics, drug addicts. But they're not ex-addicts, they're still addicts because they're obsessed with work, their mission, their purpose, and what they do now. So I am that guy. That's who you're talking to right now. That's me. I've just transferred my addiction to something way better, right? So that's our mission with SOMA Breath. We know that human beings are flawed. We know that you love to get high, right? We know you love to do things every day that is numbing the pain of your existence, right? We know all this, and that's reality, right? We're not here to turn you into a Puritan who's not allowed to drink, who's not allowed to smoke, who's not allowed to do anything that's fun, and who's not allowed to marry the person that they like because they're a different color or a different religion. We're not about that. We're about finding out who you are truly and finding your North Star, which is unique and individual for all of you, and giving you tools that gets you really in love with life. Like where you wake up saying, I love my life, and you put on cheesy music like I love my life in the morning, right? And dance to it and have a rave, a breath rave. That's what we're about, right? So there's a lot of dogmatic belief systems. I'm not part of them. I don't subscribe to them. I think they cause all the problems on the planet. I think all the wars, conflicts, and all the misery on the world is because one person believes that their God's better than the other God. And all these outdated belief systems need to fall away. We're in a very, very touchy time in the world right now. All right, we can push of a button destroy hundreds of millions of people in one go. People have that power right now, right? It shouldn't stop us from doing anything, because I still believe if you just look at the trend, humanity is still going upwards in many different positive factors. Like poverty is lower than it's ever been. The technological advancements are bigger than they've ever been. There's actually more peace now than there ever was. We're actually moving towards a better life. Sometimes it doesn't look like it, but with technological advancements also comes advancement in the ability of destroying people en masse in a scale that we've never seen before. So I think that a lot of it is because people are choosing the wrong belief systems. They're living outdated belief systems, and they've fallen into cultures that are actually cults, and they teach the wrong principles because they're outdated. They were okay for that time. They just don't make sense anymore now, right? They just don't make any logical, rational sense anymore in a scientifically minded world where you have all these different race beliefs, gods, and different cultures, and and histories. A lot of these old organized belief systems are over. It's the end for them. Something else is going to unite that. I don't know what that's going to be. But what I will say is that the one thing that unites us all is the breath, right? I really do. It's the one thing we all have in common, okay? Unless you're born without a pair of lungs, but then you probably are very likely to not be alive, right? But majority of people on the planet breathe, have a heart, the rhythm, our heartbeat unites us all. So there's certain things about the world, that unites us all. The sun rises, the sun sets. So the sun gives us energy, right? Why not just believe in the sun as the God, right? Instead, unites everybody, right? So this is what we'll need to change for there to be peace on Earth on a global level. And I've reached a point now where I'm thinking about these things. How do I make this happen? Or do I really want that? Is that the life I really want, to be some kind of mass world spiritual leader? No, because I see their lives in the past. I'm like, do I really want to do that shit? Seriously, like that's deep. You go down that road, you have to watch your back everywhere you go. I don't know if I want that level of fame, to be honest. So, but I do like missions. I like to do, I like to do crazy stuff, and that's what excites me. So yeah, I said my piece. I'd love to hear it from you. But I will say that the moment we get sick, physically sick, okay, like I had a cold for about 4 days. It was annoying as hell. It's hard to feel happy when you're sneezing all the time and you've got a runny nose. Allergies suck, right? Like people who get allergies, like hay fever. Like I remember in England, I used to get crazy allergies, like to dust and stuff like that, and hay fever, and then the cold rhinitis. There's a cold rhinitis, which is the allergy to cold, damp weather, which a lot of people have. They call it a common cold, but it's not a virus. It's the allergy to cold, damp climates, which I get really bad. So when the weather changes in Spain, it happens to me. And so one thing I will say, my lessons I've learned about emotions is health is wealth, right? And humans will do anything they can to avoid pain or to lessen pain when they get sick, right? They'll do it. And that's why the pharmaceutical industry is the most powerful in the world. It's the biggest. It's the fear of death they're dealing with too, right? And religion also owns that. They own the fear of death. It's an emotion. Fear is an emotion. They own that emotion. So, so if you can overcome fear of death, right? And if you can find a way to relieve pain, so get well better. This was the longest time it's taken me to get over a cold for a while. And it was because I had a crazy weekend in Amsterdam, because I was DJing at a rave there and didn't see very much. So, there's a knock-on effect of a few things. So I wasn't living my normal routine. So if you know what makes you get sick and what makes you weaker as a person, and if you know all these things, you'll make better decisions. So that's why know thyself. What is the right food to eat for you? What makes you feel good? What doesn't? If you can get more self-aware, right? And we have a test you can use, which is the bioindividuality test. I'm going to post it in here, the link, right? You can learn a lot about yourself through that test. So definitely do that. Give it a go. Okay. So if anyone's got any questions, Let's see.
If you want to speak with Niraj, please just activate the hands up emoji. You can react with that so I can see you. And actually, I can say something myself if you
Yeah,
allow me about
of course.
emotions, because let me just have this conversation here. I've been something that I really understood about myself when I started doing breath work, SOMA Breath in 2019. I've been a very chaotic girl. I'm very chaotic. I just jump into all my quantums changes in my life. Everything that it got deep in my life is because I made some chaos, like really chaos. Like and when you said that when you're bored, I was like, oh my God, that is me. I got bored so easily that you cannot even imagine. So just let me put us together here talking. So I can really understand now that I get bored really fast. That because my relationships were like when I'm 5 years with someone, I just like I need to change because I got bored. And the problem is that I made a chaos. Like I've been maybe unfaithful, or I just you know give this relationship a very word the worst of me, right? Like just to finish. So when I start doing breath work, I was so amazed about being able to see myself as this persona that is actually not me. But I understood really deep, like, oh, the chaos is because I'm just getting bored, and the other person really doesn't have the responsibility to make me feel not bored, right? Like this is something that I need to work with myself. And once I really understood that, I completely changed the way when I feel that the chaos is coming to my life, I just breathe and I say, okay, what is going on? What I'm bored about? What I need to do to change, but in a good way, like it's going to be positive in my life instead of doing some chaotic thing. And it's so amazing when I start doing it that in that way, my life completely changed because now I can really change in a peaceful way. When you say about, peace of mind, I don't need to create a chaos in my life to change. I just like need to understand where I need to improve or what I need to change in my own life, in my own emotions, in my own feelings, instead of trying to create this bad behavior to just have that response on, oh, I need to change because this happens, right? It's just an experience that I had, and I actually had all the time. 2024 for me was very challenging in that not feeling bored. And the only thing that really helps me about is was okay, let's breathe and let's visualize where I need to go, what I need to do, what is really passion, what is really make me feel passionate about, what I really need to activate to feel more desire to be, that person that I don't need to create any chaos again. So I don't know if that resonates with some of you guys, but
Yeah.
it's really interesting how breathing and these techniques can really give you that space of watching yourself out of this personality that you create, and you can really change very fast. Yeah,
Yeah. I love it. Exactly.
yeah.
And yeah, so
Okay,
having
someone
some,
else.
yeah, having some aspiration that you really, really enthusiastic that gets you out of bed is really important because a lot of very wealthy people they get bored. They have all their needs met, but the one thing they don't have, they haven't figured out or they just weren't aware is the highest one, which is contribution. And or they stop growing because they got it all. But contribution is the one above that. So how do you make an impact? Contribution, impact, and then the spiritual level. What happens when we die? Or the belief in God or something beyond yourself, and that can give people a lot of peace is when they go into the spiritual world, right? So there is a lot of bored billionaires. It's quite common actually where they get everything met. They can have anything they want, real time manifest anything they want. But the one thing they haven't been able to manifest is the figuring out how to give it back and contribute and leave a legacy. So when they start to go for legacy, they start to feel a love for life again. They get a new mission, new purpose, right? So
That's so true.
yeah,
That is so true.
well, we can all do that for ourselves. But there's a lot of people who also they try to be like gurus when they are like too young to do it. They haven't experienced life enough yet, and they don't have enough money to even pay for their rent. And there's a lot of broke hippies in Copenhagen who want to be spiritual teachers, and they can't even, pay the rent yet. And I think make those needs met first, the basic stuff. You know, like live in the world, get a job, like get to know what it's like to actually be in the system, in the matrix for a bit. Then you can step away if you want to, or you can help fix it from within. So, also knowing what your own abilities really are, realistically, is really important. You know, yeah. So there was a question here: is the energetic breathing? So is that something that is the same thing as a Soma awakening technique? So let's just talk about that. So energized breath meditation is a routine, is a sequence that is some form of movement exercise, stretching, Soma breath yoga, dancing, followed by the Soma breath daily dose. The daily dose is the awakening technique. The awakening technique is the rhythmic breathing to a beat, followed by holding your breath, right? Beyond a certain point that creates an intermittent hypoxic state that leads to the positive stress response, that creates a dose, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins, DOSE, dose. Just remember that acronym. And that's what makes you feel naturally high, right? And helps you feel healthy at the same time. So that's the differentiation too. I hope that makes sense. Okay, we've got 5 minutes left. If anyone wants to share anything, any feedback, maybe you've had a transformational experience with Soma Breath, you want to tell your story, feel free to do it
Yes,
right now.
Evan. If Evan
Evan,
it's yeah.
Yeah.
hello.
Not allowing permits. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I had a problem with the mute thing. Anyway, yeah. So many thoughts, but I was on the call the other day when you were talking more about the new course, Niraj,
Yeah.
and yeah, which is really exciting. I'm not a professional in the mental health, emotional health field. I'm just one person that went through a deep, dark valley, which is and rose out of it. Um, thank God. This was over
Good.
20 years ago. But my
All
my
right.
question specifically, looking at the power of breath to help people regulate emotions, right? Um, like with the new course, it's gonna obviously geared toward coaches, artists that can help people come out of the hole, of depression, deep anxiety, just really struggling with life. And I'm thinking, is that my question specifically? Is that going to be oriented toward kind of one-to-one work, or will there also be pulling into it the tremendous advantages of community? Take somebody that's really having a hard time. Life is really beating them up. I mean, they're down. I've been there, right? And we all struggle
Yep.
with stuff. And we tend to go inwards. We don't want to be part of the world. We want to shut it
Yes.
out. So
Yep.
so we lose that value of community, right?
Yes.
And I'm not sure exactly where I'm going with this, except that in my mind,
The
I'm
community is
thinking,
a cure.
yes, exactly, and that's why I love being a part of this tribe.
So
It's
that's what we
really,
want. We want more people to join these calls. So
yeah.
this
So
this this
to
in
be,
itself, yeah. This in
yeah,
itself, just joining a call that's inspiring, and like our Breathe Togethers, our Sunday sessions, and the stuff we do so many free events, and the in-person stuff, going to instructors' classes, finding instructors, supporting them, going to their class. That is how we change things on a grassroots level. That's the antidepressant that's been missing, right? It's
yeah.
the tribe, it's the cult that's actually good, right?
Yeah,
And
and
that's
I'm
what,
thinking, I was just curious of your vision of the course and how coaches could just, sometimes it's just whatever it takes to get people over the hump to just join a group session, whether it's online even. It's just, that might be like the groundbreaking point, you
Yeah.
know, and then it'd be like, okay, we got something going local. We're doing a breathwork session in the park or at the beach, or you know, and getting people out and getting people together and just pulling people together. And then obviously you've got that field of professionals and just reaching out to them and making them aware that they can bring this in, like that one guy from England, I think, who helps people with trauma, who's done a lot of breathwork sessions. What's his name? Steven? But
Steve.
anyway,
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, excellent. So, and anyways, where I was going with that is just the the you got your traditional psychiatrist, psychotherapist, talk therapy, sitting in the chair, you know, and just been there, right? And as opposed
Yep.
to doing an energized meditation and just
Yeah.
what's your vision as how you're going to reach the field on a broad scale. Just curious,
Well,
you know.
the reason why AA was so popular, AA meetings, is because of the AA meetings. Was people got to meet people just like them, and then they could hang out, connect. They understood each other, and they didn't feel like aliens anymore. And that's we should
Yep.
do more. We should do SOMA Breath meetups. Just if you're a SOMA Breath instructor, you should be doing free meetups all the time. You should be using meetup.com. I think it's called meetup.com, and all these other tools to you should just be throwing free events all the time, free parties. That's how I created Soma Breath. Was just doing free events at my house, like in Thailand, just and then in Barcelona, and just having people show up completely for free, and it was great. It was awesome, and that's how it all started.
Yeah, and that was it's interesting because in my own recovery, it was a long time ago. It was years for me, but it was AA and NA and Celebrate Recovery, which is under organized Christian denominational roots, but and just and other things, dual recovery meetings, which is alcohol, drugs, substance abuse, everything, which was hugely helpful for me. So, all stepping stones. So,
Amazing.
yeah,
So the community is a
it's
cure. It always has been. Yeah,
yes, yeah,
beautiful. People
Thank you,
feel
Evan.
people start feeling
yeah,
depressed when they feel they don't feel connected anymore. The love isn't there. So love is a great healer. So there's a lot of positive things that religion brought to society, which is this connection, the sense of belonging, the familiar feeling, like everyone's your brother and sister, that kind of vibe. And there's a lot you can learn from that. So but we don't need it. We just need to just do what is logical, right? It's like humans we're social people. Find the others like yourself. That's why we need more instructors. The instructors are the leaders, who are actually the community builders, and that's what we want: is as many instructors as possible to join, um, and get everybody together. So, are we going to brief tonight? A lot of people asking this. I do a lot of breathwork sessions. Okay, so do our instructors. We do them all the time, every week. We have an app. I just posted a link, free of charge. There's a bunch of tracks on there. This is for me to rant. This is my power hour. I get to rant to you for an hour, say what's on my mind, take it or leave it. All right. So no, we're not going to brief tonight. But if you have a look, there will probably be some instructor, one of our instructors, doing a class, like probably at some point in the next hour. So just check it out. Yeah.
Oh, you can go to the YouTube channel as well. There's plenty breathwork sessions
Yeah.
there for free. You can download the app. Monica, if you can just put the link there. And if you want to get deep, please go to 21 Days Awakening Journey, guys. That is going to be a transformational journey for you. If you already want to change your life, if you're ready to change your life, you don't know how, maybe you don't really understand, go to the 21 days and be 1 month doing breath work is going to transform your life for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
definitely get the app. Get the app. It's we're going to be focusing a lot on the app. There's going to be eventually, it takes time to build it, but all the instructors will have their own platform on there. They'll be able to book any instructor through there. It's going to be really cool. All right.
Yes.
I've got to
Go
go
now
pretty
for the app.
soon. Yeah. I've got to get
Okay.
going pretty soon.
Thank you
I hope
everyone
this was
for showing
useful.
up.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone. And I'll see you soon. We have the Sunday session coming, and just go to the app and enjoy all the sessions that you have there too. Okay.
Beautiful. Yes, yes.
Much love to
Love you all.
everyone. Love you
Peace.
all, and
Oh,
see
wait.
you soon.
You know what?
Oh,
You
yes.
know what I'm going to do? I'm going
What?
to leave us with a song.
Yes.
I think I might have nailed the song now, so let's just play it, right? We're gonna play this and just get a little bit high. So just bear with me, I'm gonna download it. I just got it hot off the shelf from the studio. I am going to play us, which could potentially be it's already the Mind Valley already want it to be their theme song. But it may well be the Mind Valley theme song, but also SOMA Breath theme song. So give me a second, I'm just downloading it. But so music is an amazing way to change your emotional state. It can be any music you like. It doesn't have to be our stuff, but music is phenomenal. It lights up the brain. It changes your state. It changes your hormonal state. It's the language of the soul, right? So that's the quality of music. But when you breathe to music, oh my God, then things go to a whole nother level, right? So that's SOMA Breath. So we breathe to epic music. That's what we're all about. So, that's one of my favorite ways to change my state is to put on some music. And when I'm working, I have music.
There are some people saying that they want the We Are the Tribe, but I don't think that is the one that is going to play, Evan. Sorry.
No, that's not the one yet.
It's no.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah. That one I've already played lots. This is a new one now. You can also get We Are a Tribe on Spotify. It's out. So go to Niraj Naik Spotify and you'll find it. So I'm going to play this one for now. Okay. You ready? Let's do it.
A miracle of life, pure fire blazing. Your energy's divine, you are amazing. I have to tell you twice, what a creation. Your spirit gets me high, gets me high. Gets me high,
Let's get high.
Gets
Come
me
on,
high,
dance.
Gets me high, 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 gets me high. Know you're a masterpiece, a living tribute to mastery. You're beautiful. And you've come so far. I wanna be where you are. Such a work of art. When I'm with you, it's a celebration. You always have my appreciation. Your body, mind, and your conversation. Your spirit flies and it's so amazing.
All right, everyone. I love you all so much. I have to go, but I'll leave the track playing. Claudia, you can see everybody off. I'll see you next time. I have my daughter upstairs. I need to go and spend some time with her. Peace. Love you all. Have fun.
We are the tribe. Awakening. Okay. Last seconds of dancing. Yeah. Imagine we are all together in the jungle and we're awakening as a tribe. Okay, breathe. Let's awake as a tribe. Woo! Okay, much love, tribe. Remember, you are amazing and powerful. And the power is in your breath. See you soon, everyone. Go to the app, download the app. We have retreats in Thailand, an advanced retreat if you are around there in March, and also in Australia in February, and Denver in January. Yeah. Woo! This is like salsa. Woo! Yes. Woo! Okay, much love, everyone. Peace. Namaste. Love, everyone. Love you all. See you soon.